Good morning, my dear. The present course curriculum offers an opportunity for students to understand the basics of computer software and hardware for working efficiently on computer. This course will enable students to polish skills to develop desktop based applications. This course is a planned sequence of instructions consisting of units meant for developing employability and vocational skills of students of standard 11 for vocational subject along with general education subjects. In IT, we are supposed to have 5 units. You can see, my dear, 5 units. Now, it is skill-based subjects where you can develop your skill in IT. Most of things you have already studied in previous class. In these units, you will learn a lot of new topics, my dear, where you can understand various aspects like how you can develop skills, where you can have job opportunities in future. You can see on the screen, yes, these 5 units are, first of all, just wait. Now you can see these 5 units. First unit is computer organization. This you have to read. Yes, got it? I hope you all can see the screen nicely. Can you see, my dear, the screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So, in IT, we are supposed to have 5 units, my dear. It is a skill-based subject, my dear, where you can develop your skills in IT. Most of the things you have already studied in previous class. I will discuss and you will understand that these topics already either you have read in standard 9 or you have read in standard 10. Now, in these units, you will learn a lot of new topics where you can understand various aspects like how you can develop skills, where you have the job opportunities in future. Now, my dear, I will just show you all that 5 units. You can see first unit is computer organization. You can see, my dear, in this you have to read, understand and appreciate fundamentals of computer and its characteristics. Now the next part that you have to read, understand the components of computer. Next part, understand operating system. Next, troubleshooting in computer system. Next, understand the importance of utilities. These all are in unit 1. Now, in unit 2, you will read network and internet. In this, you will know about internet, uses of internet, needs and benefit of networking. You can see all those parts that are already on the screen, my dear. You will know, yes, about the internet and its terminology. You will understand about the cyber crime and needs of cyber security. Now, in unit 3, it is office automation tools. In this, you will know about word processing spreadsheet, and PowerPoint. Yes, I hope you all are knowing about these three parts. First one, Word, but we are going to work on OpenOffice. I hope you have done work on MS Word, but we are going to use open source software, that is OpenOffice. In OpenOffice, we will do Word, spreadsheet and PowerPoint. Some part already you have read in standard 9 as well as 10. Now the next unit is RDBMS, Relational Database Management System. Yes, it has the concept of database, my dear. Yes, in this we will know how to create a database in MySQL. I hope you have done database, you have created database in MS Access, but in this syllabus you have to work on MySQL. SQL, you are knowing, structured query language, where you have the concept of database. And you know, when I'm saying about the database, you have the concept of tables, and when I'm talking about the tables, you have the concept of records. That one by one I will be discussing. Understood? Yes, because this topic you have in your syllabus. So now in this, not only you will know how to create a database, you will know how to create a table, how to alter the table, how to modify structure of the table, how you can drop the table, all we are going to read in this part. Now, and the last unit, that is fundamentals to Java programming. Understood? So in this, my dear, you will know about NetBeans. Understood? You are knowing Java. Yes, if you know how to create a program, how to write a program in Java, then you can know how to do work in NetBeans also. Because in NetBeans, yes, we have the concept of CUI and GUI, but in Java already we are having the concept of a CUI, my dear. So in this we are going to deal about the NetBeans. So these are the 5 units. Again, I am going to say you which 5 units you have to read, my dear, in standard 11th. You see, already it is showing here. Unit 1, computer organization. Next one, networking and internet. Third one, office automation tool. Next one, RDBMS. And the last one, fundamentals of Java. Listen, this is your part B. You have a part A also. That is employability skill. You can see at the top. This I will cover afterward. Understood? Yes, first of all, I will go for, yes, with the part B, and then when the part B is completed, then I will discuss part A, employability skill. In that you have communication skill, self-management skill, information and communication technology, yes, entrepreneurial skills, yes, and green skills. So first of all, I'm going to have focus on the first chapter of unit of part B, that is computer organization. So now in this, first of all, you have to know what is a computer. First is, what is a computer? You have to know what is computer. You know, we are using computer, but computer is what? Computer is a machine. Which type of machine? I hope you have read this one already, but then also it is given in the syllabus, so I am going to continue this one also, so that you will not face those who are not having, yes, or not read computer in standard 10, that they will understand it, my dear. So what is computer? Computer is an electronic device which converts raw data into meaningful information. What is computer? Computer is an electronic device which converts raw data into meaningful information. Now, next one is characteristics of computer. Now, when I'm saying about the characteristics of computer, then something that comes to your mind. What importance of computer? See, when I'm talking about the characteristics, there will be many topics. First topic that I'm going to discuss here is speed. Now, why we go for speed? There is only one reason behind it. Whatever the work that is given to the computer, that work should be done very fast. You will be shocked to know, my dear, when I'm talking about the speed, then your 2 or 3 MIPS. Yes, that means millions of instruction per second. That means this much data can be processed by the computer. If I am saying 2 MIPS, it means 2 millions of instruction per second. That is what? That is more, my dear. You cannot, yes, believe that how much fast your computer processes your data. Millions, billions of calculations that also can be done by the computer within a fraction of a second. That is the main advantage of a computer. Now, the next part is versatility. Now, what is versatility? Now, versatility means what? Varieties of tasks. If I am talking about the versatility means, that means variety of tasks. That means your task related to Word can be done. Your data that is available in Excel, that also can be done. Even you want to go for accounting purposes, you can go for Tally. If you want to draw picture, you can go for MS Paint or other application. If you have to edit the picture, it means what? You can use same computer for editing using the Photoshop. That means varieties of jobs can be performed by computer. That is why computer is used everywhere. Computer is used in school also. It is used in offices also. It is used in business sector also. It is used by airlines also. Yes, it is used in, yes, other sectors too. Why? Because it can do any type of work. Even I'm having my laptop, I'm just teaching you, but can I use my laptop for, yes, doing photo editing? Yes, I can do it. So whatever that comes in my mind, as per that, I can do the work. If suppose I am bored, my dear, I can use, yes, I can play song, I can watch a video. Even I want to get any informations, even I have to do e-ticketing. That means I want to book my ticket. Yes, I can go to that platform, that is IRCTC platform, and there I can book my ticket. Everything, even I am hungry, I can place an order, yes, being at home, and get the food delivered at my door. That all. Accuracy. Now, what is accuracy? Accuracy means what? accurate result. If I have given 5 plus 2 to computer to do it, then surely computer will give yes 7. But instead of plus, just you think about, if I have now I have given 5 plus 2, surely computer will give 7, but instead of plus I did mistake. What I done? Minus. So will you get 7? No, this will give you 3 because your instruction that was given to the computer was wrong. That is why computer has given 3. You might have heard about GIGO. What is GIGO? Garbage in, garbage out. It means what? Wrong information given to the computer, you will get what the result? You will get wrong output. Wrong input, wrong output. Correct input, correct output. You must have to think. So whenever you are feeding your data to the computer, you must be careful because computer never gives wrong output. Clear? Now the next part, that is diligence. Now, what is diligence? See, if you want to perform the same task by the computer again and again, that is called diligence. That means same instruction given to the computer to work, and if computer doesn't get bored and giving you the correct information, even the same task is given to the computer, then it is called as diligence. But think about own self. If your teacher has given one work, you have to write this 5 paragraphs. Yes, how many times? 10 times. What will happen? First time happily you can do, second time also, third time also, fourth time also, but fifth time you will say, sir has given boring work to us. Sixth time you will quit because you will be tired. But computer never get tired. Happily computer do the work. Even the same instruction, like you are doing copy paste. If you have done copy of any text, what happens? This text gets stored in the clipboard. And using this clipboard, you can paste the same information multiple times. Like suppose I'm using diligence. I done copy. Now I can have several times paste. Understood? So computer never gets tired, my dear. Happily the same task can be performed by the computer happily. Now the next part, that is memory. You must have heard about the memory. What is the memory? Memory means what? To store your informations. But here when I'm talking about the memory, it depends on you whether you want to store your informations permanently or temporarily. That means volatile or non-volatile. So if I'm talking about the primary, then there are 2 types of memory. One is the primary memory and the other one is secondary memory. Now, what is the difference between primary and secondary memory? When I'm talking about the primary memory, 2 parts that comes to our mind. RAM and other one is ROM. Understood? What is RAM? RAM is a volatile memory whereas ROM is non-volatile. First of all, you have to understand what is a volatile. Volatile means what? That is temporary. And when I'm saying non-volatile, that is permanent. You see, if I am loading MS Word, this information, this all informations will be loaded of MS Word, that will be loaded in the memory of computer, and that will be the RAM one. But once I will close my PC, whatever the instruction that I have, yes, given to the computer, and that computer has loaded in the RAM, that will be washed out once my system is turned off. You cannot get your data back because you have not saved the data. Then you will say, sir, can I save the data in ROM? No, ROM is for other one. It is read-only memory. It has startup instructions. When you start your PC, you get a sound, beep. Actually, what is this? This indicates that your startup instructions have been given to the processor. And it will process, and after that, it will load the operating system in the RAM, my dear. And then once you get your desktop on the screen, you can start your work. Actually, this is the use of ROM, my dear. So they all come under the primary memory. So when I'm talking about the secondary memory, just you think about calculator. You are doing the sum a plus 5 plus 6 plus 8. Now, once you switch off, you just press the power button. What will happen? It will be off, my dear, because same button you use for on and off. Yes, if it will be off, and when you will on it, you will get what the work that you have done before, never. So in other way, you can think your primary memory just like your what? Like your calculator. But when you get the concept of secondary memory, then what that comes to your mind? Computer. Why computer? Computer has your primary and secondary. So what is secondary memory? This is also called as external memory, or sometimes we say this one as auxiliary memory. Here we store our data permanently, and that data can be retrieved by us anytime. If I save the data, after 5 minutes I can just open that one. Even after a year also I can open it, but your data must be stored in your secondary memory. Now, if I'm talking about the secondary memory, there will be different examples. If I'm talking about the secondary memory, you might have heard about the hard disk. If I'm talking about the hard disk, then it is of two types. One is the internal and other one is the external hard disk. Understood? I'm not going to explain these topics in deep because in your syllabus it is not defined that you have to describe the hard disk. Now, here you can store your data, but hard disk once fixed, it cannot be removed. I'm talking about the internal hard disk because once it is fixed, you cannot remove it. Like I'm having the laptop. Laptop is having the internal hard disk. If suppose I have saved the data and now I have to carry the data, what I will do? I will take out the hard disk and then I will carry. Never. Even you have the hard disk in your desktop and you want to carry your data, never you have to carry your hard disk. In that case, you will go for external hard disk. Understood? USB portable hard disk, you might have heard, my dear. You are having USB port, you can connect and you can transfer your data and save it in your external hard disk. And this external hard disk, you can carry anywhere. And whichever the PC is, you want to keep this data, you can keep it. There will be no problem. Now, this is my first one. Second one, you might have heard about the pen drive. Understood? It is the easiest way to carry data, but I must say it is not the safest storage device. Sometimes, when you insert your pen drive in other PC, what happens? The file doesn't open. Yes, even your file becomes as shortcut key. Why? Because there are a lot of chance to have virus in your pen drive. You have other also CD, DVDs, and now Blu-ray disc, my dear. You are having your chip also. that is called as micro SIM card, microchip card, mini chip card readers. Using the card reader, you just use this one, because directly in some PCs it is not allocated. That port is not allocated, so we have to use the card reader, my dear, and using that we can transfer or we can save the data in that one. So I hope you have understood today's all the topics which I explained, my dear.